Hello and welcome to Info Simcoe. My name is Madison Fitzpatrick, and joining us in studio today are very special guests. We have Melanie and Tim from the Beacon Place Innisfil. Hi, how are you guys?
Excellent.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So for our viewers that don't know, tell us a little bit about what the Beacon Place Innisfil is.
Beacon Place Innisfil we're developing as kind of a habitational support program for youth that just do not have good solid home housing. Whether it's they've come from a bad situation, maybe they're aging out of foster care, just feel aimless, and they really need that extra bit of guidance, but how to really make it in society.
Okay. And Melanie, you want to tell us a little bit about how you and Tim created this organization?
Our oldest son, kept bringing home a young lady and said she just needs somewhere to sleep. She needs a break from her house. And then the pandemic hit, and I was helping her with a school class. It was a cooking class, so they would do it from my house. And I learned more about her, and I talked to her about her home life. And I started helping her out with things like getting ID, getting her driver's license. And as she was succeeding, I remember one day I was sitting in the car with her, and she had succeeded at something, and I could just feel my soul doing a happy dance. And I was like, oh, I'm onto something. Like, this is something I need to pursue. And that's kind of where it
It evolved from there. Melanie approached me one day, and because we had been helping her for the young lady for a while, giving her a home, giving her a room, giving her a full support system. And what if we did this more? What if we were to help others and actually create a not-for-profit charity, something that we can continually support? And normally I've had a lot of crazy ideas come across my plate, and this was one that just went, this is right.
It feels
because
right.
I know ever since I've known Melanie, I've always known her to have a good heart. And she needed to find what is her true passion. And when I see her working with the youth, I see it. Whether it's the one girl we talked about or another young fellow that we've been helping, when I see her working with them, it's a whole brand new personality just shining through. And so it was a no-brainer for me just to say, yes, let's do it. A lot of work is involved, but we're getting there.
Well, tell us a little bit about the work that both of you do. What makes the Beacon Place Innisfil different from, like we were saying, a group home or a shelter, things like that? We
hear so often that the group homes, they're very institutionalized, that it's very, very bland. You're there for a very short window of time. Get in, get out. We're trying to establish almost like a family environment where they come in and they actually feel accepted. They feel that they have rights and privileges to be able to do things around the house. If they need to get something from the fridge, they don't have to go and do a big sign up or fight over somebody, but that's mine, that's mine. They feel that they're home. Even when they're older, like Mel and I have spoken, that there's no time limit. When somebody comes under our roof, they're family. As long as they fit with us and want to work with us, they're family, and we'll continue to support them well into the years. And so when they say, oh, I'm going to be an 18, I'm going to be an adult now, oh my goodness, I have to go. It's like, well, maybe you're going to go on and do better things, but we expect to still hear from you, and we'll always be there for you. And that's the difference, I think, with us.
Yeah, I have a lot of people ask me, well, when do they age out of your program? And I'm like, well, my kids don't age out of my house. So to some degree, they'll never age out of my program.
Yeah.
They need me, I will always be there.
So this isn't a brick and mortar, building where these children go to. Can you explain that a little bit?
No, it's certainly run out of our own home, and up to this particular point, it's all been pretty much out of pocket. We haven't had any corporate backers or anything. So We had looked into getting a new facilities north of the city, but it's that is not panning out. So we're actually going to working on renovating our place and actually making it bigger so we can continue to do this on a wider scale, helping more and more people. But it will be out of our own home.
Right. And just as we wrap up, Mel, can you tell us how somebody can get involved with the Beacon Place, whether it's they're looking for a place or they want to help?
So they can go to our website. I'm sure you'll be providing that information afterwards, and reach out to us via email or by phone, and just let us know what they need or what they would like to help with. And when I say help, I don't always mean money. There's a lot of things that need to get done, and Tim and I are only 2 people combined, so we accept any and every help that people are willing to offer. So the best place to reach out is through the website.
Yeah, the term I think of is kindness in kind, that people don't always have money. And in this day with food prices going up, we understand that people need to be able to support their own families. Don't expect them to give their last dollars to us. But they may have a skill, or they may have a contact. They may know another business that can help us out. It's all reciprocal, and that's the way that community environments and community organizations should work together.
Well, Tim and Melanie, thank you so much for being on our show today. You two both are doing such incredible things for the community of Simcoe County as a whole, and we thank you so much for the work that you're doing, and we wish you the best in your organization, and we hope that this sheds some light on the work that you both are doing.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's wonderful.
Thank you. Stay tuned for more Info Simcoe.